Hello, welcome back to Tarot Time with Andy. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedly. I hope you guys are doing good. So I'm continuing on with the series of the Laundries. We're going to just trail this until this thing is done. They are going to catch him, either dead or alive. I feel, apparently he's still alive, but I do feel strongly that he will take himself out. That's where the energy's been leading, is to the coffin. Because he's a coward. I think he will take himself out. So apparently he was seen on Waterville Road, and he wants to go to California now. There was a guy that said he saw him on the trail, so I will be covering that. But first I want to cover his sister, Cassie Laundrie. She is the scapegoat in the family. She said that she would turn him in if she saw him or talked to him. She would tell him, just please end this nightmare for us. She was never around growing up with him because she's older than him. But I think he is the golden child who followed the narcissist in the family, mirrored the narcissist to get better treatment, and she ended up being the scapegoat. So I think that's how the dynamic is. So let's get some energy on Cassie Laundrie. That's what this is, just a general energy spread. I'm going to do the 10 cards, so let's find out about how she is feeling with the present position, challenge, motivation, and all of that. So here we go. Cassie Laundrie, please be clear, spirit guides and angels. Cassie Laundrie, whoop, gonna turn that one around. Here we go. So now I'm going to cut. If you hear puppies in the background, just ignore it. Today is Penelope's first birthday. Yes, she is. She's my birthday girl. Here we go. So first card. Yes, she is thinking about the family legacy. That is who she is thinking about. End our misery, please turn yourself in. She's thinking about how he's affected the family legacy. This is a family legacy card. I wouldn't say that it is an ending closure. She wants that ending closure. And he has tarnished the family legacy. I wouldn't say that this is feeling happy. It definitely isn't. So he has tarnished the family legacy. The challenge in the situation is victory, catching him. That is the challenge. Catching him. This is also a narc card because they got to win. But the cops have to catch him. They need that victory. So that would be capture. That's what she wants. The motivation is he's selfish. Hangman in reverse. He's not self-sacrificing. He sacrificed somebody else instead. Didn't he? So with the hangman in reverse, you're looking at a very, very self-serving individual who cannot take new perspectives, doesn't really know what road to go down, and basically is very self-focused. So yeah, that's how she sees him. That is the motivation, because he is looking to see what roads to go down so that he can grow and keep changing and hide out among the green stuff. This is a guy hanging literally from a tree. And he's not hanging from a tree. Apparently he has a car now, and it is a pickup truck that seems to be a Ford 150. So anyways, he is very selfish nonetheless. So she wants to catch the selfish bastard, okay? The selfish bastard, in all honesty. And, he's a traitor. He's a traitor. He took her out. He's a traitor. That's the traitor card. What is the distant past? The distant past was Queen of Swords. She was in good communication with him. And she was probably that, cool, logical sister. She was a thought leader for her brother. So in the past, the distant past, she did speak with him briefly before he took off running. The recent past is the Nine of Wands in reverse. So that is isolation ends. She wants the isolation to end. And that is for the recent past. She wants this to happen. This is what her desires are, is for him to end this isolation and turn himself in. Yes, that is what she wants for the recent past. She wants it now, like probably as in yesterday, preferably. The future is, yes, the tower crashing. So she wants that tower to crash on him. She's hoping that the tower will crash on him, that this is what will happen for him. So she's not on his team. She's not helping him. She is the scapegoat of the family. She's not part of the narc inner circle of the family. So yeah, she wants that tower to crash down on him. She's not going to support what he's doing, and she said so, and this proves it right here. I very much believe what she's saying. So here we go. This decision is the Knight of Wands, to catch the Knight of Wands. Oh boy. Which this is someone who's intense, restless, go for it and taking a risk. He took a risk running away. So that was the decision. The decision was, he was like, this is like the soldier card. He's a soldier. He took off in hiding like a true soldier. And he went for it, and he was taking that risk. So that is the decision of what he decided for himself, and that's what the decision that they see that he's doing. The feeling is the Five of Wands, which is competition. He is challenged, and it's a competition. Let's see if you can catch me. So he's getting off on the chase. He's getting off on the chase. He likes the chase. It's negative fuel. It's negative fuel for the narcissist. The hopes and fears. The hopes and fears is the nostalgic card. Gifts, friends, him having people to hide out with most possibly, and finding harmony there. But it's also wanting that turnaround. The hope is for a turnaround. And the fear is that they will be living in the past, unrealistic, and it's not going to happen. That he might be able to keep going, and there's not going to be any turnaround with this situation. So they do want to turn. The hope and fear is for a turnaround. The final outcome is the Hermit. The Hermit is going inward, quest for knowledge, soul search. So basically, she is soul searching this entire situation on her brother. She's hoping that her brother will soul search and that he will turn himself in and do the right thing. So she's hoping that while he's out running around, even though he's enjoying it, catch me if you can, and being a warrior, she's hoping that this turnaround, that he's going to think about his family, think about the nostalgia, think about his friends, think about, other people other than just himself. Because this person's giving to somebody else. So if he can, for a moment, think of other people other than just himself and go inward. So that's what she's hoping for. So I think she's very authentic, and she is definitely the scapegoat. I want to find out, how did the family treat her? How was she treated within the family unit? How was Cassie treated within the family unit? How was Cassie treated within the family unit? Brokenhearted. They didn't treat her very good. And then that came out with it. I'm going to pull another one. So I have 3 here. Yeah, she feels very brokenhearted about the family. She doesn't have a lot of good feelings. She feels betrayal from the family. Division. So she's really not in there. That's a division card. Heartbreak, division, betrayal. So she's really not in the loop. She's just not in the loop. 2 of Swords in reverse. She's definitely not in the loop. She is nostalgic about the family, but she's not in the loop with the 2 of Swords in reverse. There's no partnership. There's a lot of confusion, and she knows that they got to make a compromise. But there's a separation here. There's a separation between her and the family. So she's not in cahoots with them. She's not of the same yoke. She is the scapegoat. Let's clarify this 3 of Swords. Let's clarify this 3 of Swords for Cassie. 3 of Swords for Cassie. This betrayal and division that she feels with them. This betrayal and division. She feels defiant and victorious getting away from them. So it's a good thing for her to get away from them. She's gaining experience being away from them. That's also gaining experience. It's sad. It's sad, but that's how she felt within the family. And she's had to plan and cultivate a new life for herself. Now let's get the nostalgia. Oh, the nostalgia. Well, right now it's in front of the entire world. The family nostalgia, everyone's going to start digging into the family history. And it's going to happen in front of the entire world. They're digging in to see what kind of childhood he had there, what's going on within the family. Was it a success? It's happening in front of the whole world. And completion. She wants completion. She wants this to come to an end. And think about other people. So she's not a self-serving individual. She's not a selfish individual at all. And also we have here, even though she's been cut out of the family, they treated her lousy, she is the nice one in the family. She is the Page of Cups in the family. She is that nice, kind, gentle, liked individual within the family. She's the sensitive, idealistic child within the family unit. It was not him. She did not mirror their dark ways. He did. That dark energy, the narcissist, whoever he had to mirror, he became like that. And that's why she became the scapegoat. That's why she was betrayed, division, not part of the unit, because she was too nice and liked and gentle and kind. Can't have that. She wasn't going to go along with the family program. And she probably called him out on it. And under the surface, we have here the 8 of Wands in reverse. That's love arrows in reverse. So there's no love arrows being thrown at her family or at her, okay? And that's business in reverse. Wands are business. So she's not doing any business with them. She really isn't. With the 8 of Wands in reverse, she wants the isolation to end. She wants this whole thing to come to an end. And that is basically what she said. I want this whole thing to come to an end. So she's very authentic. She's very, very authentic. Poor girl. I hope she gets what she wants. And I hope that, people are kind to her on social media. Okay, so here we go. Now let's get this Waterville Road to California. So this interview that I saw, it was on the Daily Mail. It was an excellent interview. This guy saw him on the trail. He said that he saw them at 12:30 a.m. It was the white or light Ford 150. He wouldn't go to the freeway. When he asked him, I need to go to California. I've got to go to California. And he said that he wanted to stay on this Waterville Road. He wouldn't take the freeway. And the guy told him, well, that doesn't lead to California. And he did say that he seemed like he was on drugs, but then come to think of it, he thinks he's freaking out because he's been on the run for a while now. And he said he could tell that something clearly was wrong with him. Something wasn't right. Even though he didn't act aggressive, he seemed to be fairly well kept. The car was fairly new, and he had a bandana or a shirt wrapping his bald head, and the sleeves of his shirt were cut off. And so, yeah, he definitely seemed completely off. It rattled his nerves enough where he thought, this guy's a little off. I'm going to leave the area. I'm not spending the night here. And even at that time, he didn't know who he was at that time. It was after he left the scene, he went to his phone. He was talking to a friend that he hooked up with, and he started Googling and had to look at his image. He then contacted the FBI, saw a profile shot that matched identically. He said, yes, that was him. So he is still alive, but I do still say he's going to kill himself. So let's get this Waterville Road to Cali. How is he doing on his Waterville Road drive? Because he likely went down that road thinking he's going to, well, right now, it's a tower crashing. It's not going well for him. It's not going well, and he's hoping to be victorious. That's how it's gone so far. Let's get some more. How's a Waterville Road going for him? How's it going? How's Waterville Road going for him? We got here the Knight of Wands. He's being a soldier. He thinks he's soldiering on. He's realizing there's a 2 of Wands in reverse. So basically it's falling apart. It's not taking him to California. So he found out it really wasn't going to take him to California. He simply wasn't listening to what the guy said. And he now has had the epiphany, oh God, this isn't going to work. So this is a new conflict for him. Now I got a problem on my hand because I cannot get out of this road and go to California. So let's find out. What's he going to do next? What's he going to do next? What's he going to do next? He's going to find a new road, a new path, 2 of Swords. So he's going to find a different way, a separation, go to new land. He really wants to go to new land, California. So he's going to probably find a new road, more than likely. Find a new path, a new road. This one here says he is very unhappy. He doesn't want the light to shine on him. He doesn't want people to see him. That's why he wanted to stay on this Waterville Road. He knows he can't be, he's afraid of being pulled over on the freeway or being seen by a lot of people. And he was traveling at night. This was 12:30 in the morning. So he probably sleeps during the day and travels at night and doesn't want to be seen. So let's get some more on a 10-card spread. How is this going for him right now? What's going on for him right now? Brian Laundrie, what's going on for Brian Laundrie at this moment in time? First card here, he's going to try and make things happen for himself, the Magician. So he thinks he's the magician. He thinks he can make magic for himself, that he can just disappear. He can do whatever he wants. So he's very grandiose with his ideals of thinking that he's just Mr. Outdoorsman and they're not going to catch me. He can create a vision into reality, and that he's an expert, and he's also a liar card. So he thinks he's an expert at this. The challenge is sticking out right there. I'm going to take it. Is the Nine of Wands in reverse. His challenge is that his isolation is going to come to an end because he went down the wrong road. And they did check out that road, by the way, and they didn't find anything. They did find one car. It was not a truck, because they did come out and start driving and checking, but it wasn't until about 2.5, 3 hours later, so they missed him. So yes, he is desperate. He's at a last stand. He's trying to be very resilient. Things are happening fast, but he's also realizing his isolation might just be coming to an end, even though he thinks he's Mr. Magician and an expert at doing what he's doing. Let's find out, what is the motivation? What's going to be his motivation? What's going to be his motivation? His motivation is the Moon in reverse, which is basically, he wants to keep his lies and deception, but his motivation is to be in denial and delusion. He wants to stay in denial and delusion. He cannot face it. He wants to stay with that denial and delusion. So that's part of the motivation. I'm going to use this one too because it fell out with it. Is he realizes this is going to be for infinity, that it's never going to stop. It's going to go on forever, that he's going to have to live in denial and delusion and just kind of like jack up his own mind like nothing ever happened, with the Eight of Cups in reverse. And what else is this? This is, he's trying to learn from the past. He's also realizing that he might have to return home. Even though he's trying to stay in delusion, fantasy, in his mind, he's realizing it may come to an end. He's realizing this whole charade's coming to an end. So, but he's still kind of in delusion, paranoia. He's probably really kind of disassociated, because he did say he looked really crazy and weird and just not normal. So this whole thing is weighing heavy on his brain, and it's really affecting his psyche. And so he's probably really checking out. He's really checking out into this whole delusion of what he's capable of. Let's get the distant past. Distant past. The distant past was he was involved with the Ten of Cups, happy family, the ending closure. Everything was really great. This is happy ever after. The distant past, he was happy ever after with Gabby on the road. The recent past is he is now Sun in reverse. I'm going to take these ones because they came out this way. So the recent past is now he's miserable. He's miserable, and he's hiding out in the dark. The Sun in reverse. He's hiding out in the dark, and he doesn't want to see the situation. He doesn't want it to grow, and he doesn't want to be found. He's hiding in the dark, literally. The future for him is Two of Swords. He's going to have to make a compromise. He's going to have to compromise what he's going to do. What is he going to do? He's got to make a decision for himself. And I say it's going to be suicide. I think his decision will be that he's going to take himself out. So what is the decision going to be? Ace of Swords. This can be cutting yourself out. The decision is suicide. Cut yourself out. Because it's a mental block, it's willing to be cruel, it's a conflict, and cutting yourself out. So yeah, he's decided if they get too close, he's going to kill himself. How does he feel about the situation? Being blocked in. No roads to go down in front of the world. And the world's going to be looking at him and what he did. No options for him. No partnerships. Everything falls apart. Nothing but friction. He's trying to go down a new fork in the road, and his fork in the road is blocked. Yikes. Handcuffs. Handcuffs also. He's avoiding the handcuffs. He's avoiding the handcuffs. Hopes and fears. His hope is to stay on and be the Knight of Wands. You know, to be that intense, restless, charismatic, go for it. This is the warrior. He wants to stay the warrior with that fire burning in him. And very charismatic. He wants to remain the warrior. But he's afraid that this warrior is going to fade away. And no confidence, not ready for the next challenge, which would be prison. He's not going to be ready for that challenge of prison because he won't have any confidence. And he has a hot temper in this position too. This hot temper is what's going to, why he will turn on himself. People of this nature do not suicide out of sadness. They do it out of rage and anger. And so his hot temper and jealousness and fear of fading away into prison, he's going to turn that sword onto himself, I think. That's if he has enough time to do it. He may not be, if they do such a good tactic where they can sneak up on him before he has time, then he will go to prison. But if he has enough time, he's going to take himself out. And so the outcome he feels will be victorious for himself. If he can take himself out, he still wins. You know, I win, you didn't catch me. So this is really a challenge for him. And this is also, I'm going to pull these because they're there. It's the home card, stability, 4 of Wands. Going home also is like going to the other side. So it's the home card, going to the other side also. And it would be getting the love arrows, the 8 of Wands. So with the 8 of Wands, that is the love arrows, and it happens fast. So he wants the love, he wants attention, getting love on the other side. Underneath the surface, we have 9 of Swords. So with the 9 of Swords, that is cruelty. He knows deep down what he did was absolutely cruel. So in the center of it, I'm going to go straight to it, Wheel of Fortune. So if he took himself out, that would be his karmic luck, destiny, change, and new cycle. He would then have a new cycle being with her on the other side because he created this cruelty. Yep, that is how I have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Till next time, like and subscribe. Bye.